The Texas Parks and Wildlife television series is supported in part by Texas Parks and Wildlife Foundation, conserving the wild things and wild places of Texas thanks to members across the state.
Additional funding provided by the Toyota Tundra. Your local Toyota dealers are proud to support outdoor recreation and conservation in Texas. Adventure is what we share. Funding also provided by Academy Sports and Outdoors, helping hunters, anglers, and outdoor enthusiasts of all ages get outside. Out here, fun can't lose.
Coming up on Texas Parks and Wildlife.
The sheep are moving a lot, so we have to be tracking them constantly.
You can see them right there.
Especially those ewes that are pregnant or with lambs.
The mission of the Design Lab is to try to increase ecological literacy, particularly the coastal environment.
It's really fun to find out what they are and like their habitats and what they do.
Okay, we'll put your binoculars on it and watch it.
See that?
Texas Parks and Wildlife, a television series for all outdoors.
There's a roundup happening in Alpine. For decades, the mountains of West Texas have been missing their native desert bighorn sheep. Thanks to restoration efforts, they're making a comeback. These bighorn from Elephant Mountain are being relocated.
This is a ewe, and we've been doing an ultrasound on all of the ewes to check their pregnancy status. Right there on the bottom, there's the feet kicking, right there.
Many of the ewes are pregnant, with hopes for lambs in the spring. This project will establish a new herd in a location where bighorn sheep historically roamed, the Franklin Mountains.
When I see the first group going up the mountains, it was just a sense of like, wow, relief and amazement. What a majestic creature they're coming back into what once was their home. The bighorn sheep are going to have all this land to roam around, and hopefully they reproduce and bring new generations of bighorn sheep to West Texas. We're on the northeastern section of the park. We'll see if we are able to spot any lambs using the signal from the radios. The stronger the signal, the closer the animal is. It's coming from that direction. I'm listening for females that were hanging out in this area. They're not gonna be here. They're not in this area, so we have to move to another area for the south of the mountain range. The sheep are moving a lot across the landscape, so we have to be tracking them constantly, especially those ewes that are pregnant or with lambs. We really want to monitor them closely, ensure that they're doing okay. Hey Matthew, let's open up the website with the GPS location for the sheep so we can see where they are. And this is the group that we're gonna try to see tomorrow.
It looks like, so these are the 4 females that we're matching?
Yes, it's the 4 females with their lambs. So hopefully they're still in that vicinity so we can have a good visual of them. We're gonna have to start at the parking lot at 5 a.m.
pretty steep climb.
Pretty sure that they will not be behind a couple of hills from here.
This is quite a workout, man. Jeez. I'm surprised they're even up there. I mean, look how high up they are. That's crazy. I don't even know how they're able to just climb here like nothing. I mean, they're super adapted to this type of terrain.
Yeah, they are.
It's crazy.
So we have to get to that outcrop over there to see if the females with the lambs are still in there.
Cool.
Each lamb they find is a sign the herd is thriving, healthy, adapting, and writing a new chapter in the Franklin Mountains.
Look over there. I think I see something.
Oh, yeah. I think I see the silhouettes, yeah. How many you seen?
I think, yeah, I see one. I see a little one.
I'm seeing at least 3. Oh.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
They're there. They're thriving in these mountains now. This is a sign that they're gonna do well and the population is gonna grow. Mission accomplished. Let's head back. Well, Matthew, we did it. We found them.
I say it was worth it.
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
We brought this sheep to this mountain range surrounded by the city, and they seem to be thriving. The future looks bright for this population in the Franklin Mountains.
Oh, binoculars on it. It is on the job.
It looks like a catbird.
The what?
Kind of like a catbird. Wait, look at the picture. It could be a flycatcher.
We're here to look for birds. We're going around different spots for the Roughwings category of the Great Texas Birding Classic.
It wasn't even.
Roughwings is ages 7 through 13.
Look, there's just a heron head popping out of the reeds.
Okay, now it's further right than all the bulbous whistling ducks.
It looks like a green heron.
I think that is.
Use your binoculars and not just guessing.
We have 8 hours of birding. We try and spot as many different species as we can.
Can I write it down?
Yeah, did Amanda see it?
See what? He's done. That was still really cool to see.
Oh, wait, there's the duck I saw. There's the duck I saw.
It's a great way for the children to observe what kind of birds live in each habitat. Yeah. Oh, there's something in the tree. Yeah. Amanda spotted it. Well, good. Well spotted.
It had black wings.
Yeah, it had black wings.
It had black wings.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
I thought it was a cardinal, but then I looked at its wings and they were black.
That's all.
It's really fun to find out what they are and like their habitats and what they do.
And you guys saw the anhingas?
And yeah, we saw both of those.
And hingas.
And then there's black.
Because if they become endangered, someone has to help them.
Over to the right, it's flying now. Snowy egret. See that?
Yeah.
Does everyone see the snowy?
Yeah, I saw the snowy. I saw
Birding is really good because you can see a lot of how birds interact with their environment and also other animals too. Oh, is that a limpkin? Limpkin or whatever?
No, look at the beak, everyone.
It's an ibis. Yeah, white ibis.
I think it's an ibis.
It's a white ibis.
Okay.
Do we already have white ibis?
A lot of the time, those patterns can kind of show what's like going on in an environment. If the birds leave, then it might be because there's something wrong with the environment.
If no one cares about them, they'll probably go extinct. It's just fun to come out and look at them. I think we do have house finch. We have house finches.
Because I'm 100% sure it was a cat.
Okay. It's exciting for them when they get to know the birds and then they recognize them.
Okay.
Fiona, do we have great blue on the list? I think we only had little blue.
Yeah, we do.
You want me to check?
I can't understand her writing.
That's okay.
I'm writing while walking.
Yes, this is hard. All right, so let's pop over to the other side. We'll just walk a little bit of it and see if there's anything over there.
What is that on the other side?
So this island is turning into a rookery, which is great. A rookery is
nesting site.
A nesting site, yes. I enjoy it. Their enthusiasm is catching.
We see a glossy.
Glossy ibis.
Glossy ibis right here. Oh, and there's a yellow legs right by it too.
I really enjoy the wonder that they experience when they see a bird for the first time.
It's a house finch, right?
Yes.
That sense of wonder is so infectious. I really enjoy it, and their enthusiasm.
Did everyone see it? It's right there.
Okay, we'll put your binoculars on it and watch it.
You see that?
If they care about the birds, they'll care about the habitat, and they'll care about the environment. And I'm hoping that will make them environmentalists for life.
I see. Oh, is that a scarlet? No, that's another Baltimore. Is everyone agree? Yeah, it's up there. This is fun.
What's up? It's early summer, and these University of Texas students are preparing for a trip.
Is it open?
I think so.
We've got 12 students and our professor.
The group is heading from Austin to the coast.
We're heading down to Galveston Island State Park.
But not for a break on the beach.
Today we're packing out for the first site visit.
These advanced architecture students are heading to Galveston to design and build.
Toodaloo!
All anyone can say for sure is that by the end of this summer, a lot will be learned.
This is a project we have to do in a very short time, 10 weeks from the first day to the last day. It will be an interesting summer for these students.
If they are successful, the end result will be a finished structure that the state park needs.
Welcome to Galveston Island State Park. Super excited that you're here. I'm a park interpreter. Essentially, I try to connect people with the natural resources that we have. We are almost an island within an island, surrounded on all sides by development. As we get out here, you might notice some algae on the ground. Do you see the little bubbles?
One pressing need is a pavilion for educational programs.
So it's a nursery habitat for all the fish that we like.
A structure to provide some of the only shade on the park's bayside.
We have a lot of school groups that come out here. I have a lot of hurdles to get over in order to make them start to care about this place, to get them to some of those higher thoughts and higher concepts, yet to meet their basic needs.
The students are concentrating on working closely with their stakeholder, the park rangers.
This is the proposed site with an emphasis of orientation towards the water here.
We're going to try to get an idea of what it is that they want, and through that, they'll begin a design process.
Hit that corner, Joe.
They'll be camping very close to where they're going to build. It gets them immersed in the climate that they're going to be working within. The mission of the Design Lab is to try to increase ecological literacy, particularly the coastal environment.
How many renders are there going to be? 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's much better. It's been like Santa's little workshop in here.
What are you working on?
A lot of cardboard, a lot of Elmer's glue. We spend a lot of time at Hobby Lobby. Sweet. We're getting a master's in architecture, but we're getting a PhD in craft supplies.
We had a pretty long design process. Obviously, designing something with a group of 11 people, it's hard to come to consensus about things.
We floundered for about a week there to try to really find something we could all get behind. But that's great because that's how real world practice is, and it also ensures that we have a really good, strong idea. Given that it's a shade pavilion, we can test if it really does provide shade. I can hit apply, and we can see that at 10 a.m. We're getting dappled light through the structure.
These early models are design studies that they were doing individually. They're all meaningful in that they lead to something. That one design that they're actually now going to present.
It was a little bit Frankenstein-y for a little while, but we've got something good here. I think it's definitely come together as a collective idea.
Okay.
You know, everything we're doing now, we're trying to minimize long-term maintenance. Right. Things really get beaten up.
We have milestones that we have to hit, and the big milestone of the first half of the semester was getting the design and presenting that to the folks at the park.
That's the shoreline we're counting. I like your orientation. I think it's very good. So your prevailing breeze is coming from the water. Right.
The next milestone then is develop drawings and to get the technical folks with the Parks Division to approve that.
When you walk around the corner, it all kind of opens up in front of you. I just think that's a great idea.
We'll have about 2.5 to 3 weeks to actually put this thing together, so it's very fast track.
Fabricating components.
We've been getting a lot of welding practice and sweating a lot.
There's a team working solely on wood, a team working on mostly steel, so that allows us to work really quickly.
Theoretically, we're supposed to start this Friday, making shade. Found a way to get through all the procedural hurdles, and we're moving forward.
You know, it's right down to the wire. On the day we started construction is the day we got our approval. So all's well that ends well is what I say.
We lost a day on the front end, but for the most part, we are on track. A lot of dirt has been dug. Getting there. It was extremely hot the first couple days. I think it was record highs, but the human body is pretty resilient.
Woo!
We've been doing great. Great attitudes all around.
In that direction, yeah. What's your suggestion?
You have to essentially, in space, make a perfect square and determine perfect placements, which is surprisingly challenging to get it right, you know, especially if you don't do it every day. Measure 20 times, build once is kind of what we're going for.
I think we all were really excited today when all the rocks went into the wall. We're all like, wow, it actually does what we wanted to do, which was pretty exciting.
That's why the studio is so fantastic, because it bridges that gap between paper and real life.
We're doing okay?
I think you're doing great.
All right. Not to jinx anything, but it's been going really well.
What's your time on those? I'm just curious. 1? Okay.
We've had some sequencing things where we've had to kind of stop and pause and make sure we're not stepping on our own toes as we go, but I would say it's been surprisingly smooth.
This is our second to last cut.
Okay.
We've been getting a lot done despite the odds, and knock on wood, nothing else comes up.
The weather's been our biggest hang-up, I think.
Here comes the rain. Let's get some stuff put away.
Working in August, it's both a gift and a curse. Probably lost a few hours to summer rains, but you build that into the schedule knowing that's going to happen this time of year. We have had nothing but a great relationship with Texas Parks and Wildlife, and this is our 5th project. We've done 3 projects at Goose Island State Park down in the Rockport area, a fire circle for the youth nature interpreter there, a birding platform where the nature interpreter again uses that for her bay walks. We've done a project at Sea Rim, which is up at Port Arthur. It's a camping platform that's out in the wetlands that the only way you get to it's kayaking. People can rent for the weekend, and it's also used by biologists, bird counters, to keep tabs on the health of that particular wetland. So all of these projects have something to do with the ocean environment, bay environment, where the public comes and learns something about the local ecology.
Here we are, it's like 95, 100% humidity. And we got the chain gang out here with rocks.
They're just masochists. They just wanted to do it.
I'd rather be moving rock than lifting louvers.
Yeah, yes. Those are probably 80 to 100 pounds, depending on how soaking wet they are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's almost there. It's been a very laborious undertaking, but we are on the tail end now, just the finishing touches, the fun part, really.
And repeat.
It's tough to work in these conditions for 12 hours a day. When you can see the finish line, it's a lot easier.
We're gonna finish, guys. I can't even describe the level of happiness that makes me feel.
When they put up the first 6 louvers, we were like, oh my God, we're standing on the deck and it's shaded. We did this.
1, 2, 3. Teamwork makes the dream work. All right, let's drill it.
We had some rough days in the beginning.
We really were questioning whether we would even be here right now.
It was pretty tough.
It's a heavy one?
I'm really happy about the result, though.
Because we're kind of wrapping it up, we're finally seeing what we've made come to life. I wish we could see the first group that's going to experience it.
I'm pretty happy. I'll come back sometime, but I'll be happy to drive over the bridge, headed back to Austin.
I will not feel guilty if I lay in bed all day tomorrow.
Last one. Amazing experience.
Nice work.
We're excited to be wrapping up today for sure.
How about this group shot?
I hope they're as satisfied with it as we are.
Y'all ready?
For us, it's a win,
1,
at least.
2, 3.
Dig in the shade, above and beyond. I love this crew. This is amazing. So, lessons learned?
Do this in November.
This place, I think, is going to be highly used, and of course, I think the shade's going to be really appreciated in the future. Please consider this a personal invitation to come back and see how this place lives.
There isn't like a ribbon cutting ceremony or anything.
High five. Yes. Good game.
There will be some mild celebration and then some careful driving home because I think we'll all be very tired.
Good game. Yeah. America.
Next time on Texas Parks and Wildlife.
Bumblebees are great pollinators because bees deliberately collect pollen.
Every time the male shows up with a stick, she's so excited. Oh my God, a stick, a stick, a stick, a stick. It's very rewarding for the male.
Ideally, you want to see a tail and try to throw right in front of which way you think the fish is facing.
That's next time on Texas Parks and Wildlife.
The Texas Parks and Wildlife television series is supported in part by Texas Parks and Wildlife Foundation, conserving the wild things and wild places of Texas thanks to members across the state.
Additional funding provided by the Toyota Tundra. Your local Toyota dealers are proud to support outdoor recreation and conservation in Texas. Adventure, it's what we share. Funding also provided by Academy Sports and Outdoors, helping hunters, anglers, and outdoor enthusiasts of all ages get outside. Out here, fun can't lose.